The biggest problem in the United States today is the war on white men. Stick around, it's time to shift your paradigm. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Paradigm Shift. My name is Austin, and today we have the beautiful Miss Ariel with us. We're going to be discussing specifically the gender topic we talked about on a couple videos ago, but then we're going to just go and see where the conversation takes us. This should be exciting. Thank you so much for being here, Ariel. It's great to have you. It's great to have you. Now, I do believe that you brought a little something to show in case you felt in case you felt that I was going against your opinions. Is this me here?
You know,
yeah, I guess
maybe
so.
that's your good-looking cousin. But
oh, is gracious. Well, then I guess this is just a really rough interpretation of you, I suppose.
Oh, that's you're actually complimenting me. You're not supposed to do. You're supposed to insult me back, but you failed. You just.
As in, like, it's nothing like you. As in the
okay.
rough. It's a
rough
interpretation.
Like, rough, like this is a bad picture.
Anyway, so
I would love to look like
a few videos ago, we did a video on gender, and we talked about there's differences between men and women. You can't really change your gender, you can't really change your sex. And as a woman, what are your opinions on this issue?
Basically what was said in the video, you didn't say.
You agreed?
Yeah.
You agreed?
I did.
Now, do you agree with people like Caitlyn is her name?
That's her name.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
His her name.
It's
who have decided that they can change their sex and have kind of gone on a rough journey of doing that, you know, and you don't agree that that's something that can happen.
No.
But I have heard that you do a great impersonation of.
I do.
So maybe just a few snippets of that.
Just a few snippets, Diane.
There we go.
Why don't you ask me some soul-searching questions?
Okay, so why don't you just answer the next question for you, and you can answer it as Caitlyn Jenner. How about that? Does that make sense? Okay. So women, gee willikers, can't live with them, can't live without them. There's been so much talk on the war on women. From Hillary and the Huffington Post, that it actually really surprises me to see women out on the streets wearing their yoga pants, because I'm thinking, you know, you need to chop into those army fatigues. There's the war on women.
Exactly, Diane. Like, come on, girl. Like,
yeah, get into
put
those.
on some combat boots.
Yeah, there's a war on women. So anyway, do you feel like there's a war against you?
No, not at all. I mean, I feel like there are select individuals, but I don't feel like there is a whole society against me. I don't feel like there's this whole concept of the patriarchy siding against me as a woman. Mm-hmm. I feel that there are a lot of individuals, and you do have a lot of sexist people in this world, but you also have a lot of misandrous people in this world. So
yeah. So as a culture, as a society, it is not your interpretation as a woman that society is turned against you.
No, I don't feel that we live in like a misogynistic society at all.
Okay. So, but you did say that there are some sexist and creeps out there.
Oh, absolutely.
When was the last time you were kind of
creeped upon?
Answer as
Diane.
Caitlyn Jenner.
Okay, well, the other day I was Diane, I was at the mall with a friend of mine, and this man in scrubs came up to us, and he said, "I just wanted to tell you that you're strikingly beautiful." And I was like, "Are you serious?" Okay, gee, thanks. And he was like, "I'm a plastic surgeon, so like I don't know where that fit in, like." And he was like, "I'm a plastic surgeon. I thought you should know." And I was like, "Okay, thanks. We're gonna get going." I'm losing my
You're losing the Caitlyn.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. But like he followed us, and yeah, it was really weird.
Wow.
So we did a few laps around the mall, but like.
Did a few laps. Get some exercise in.
Yeah.
Get some exercise in. I have been in a coffee shop and seen a girl go up and get free coffee because she was pretty. I have gone to defy gravity and have coupons given to the female that I was with because of her looks. I think women have privilege here in this society.
But have you never heard of like a guy getting something free because the girl thought he was cute? I think it works both ways, and I think it's just simply...
To be honest, that actually did happen to me.
Yeah, I think it's
the other day.
Like, it just depends on how much you, like, how attracted they are to you and whether they're, like, going to compromise the principles of their working situation by giving you something free.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I don't think it has anything to do with gender. I think
it's
that
just,
men
again,
are just maybe more likely to be a little bit more forward.
Oh, okay, so men are more
workplace.
likely to be more bold.
Yes.
Mold when it comes to these things. Okay. So when was the last time you got something free?
I got a free cookie from Panera Bread.
Because you were a woman.
I think it was...
And a pretty woman.
No, I think it was
pretty
just...
woman.
I think it was just because the guy scared me, because I go to Panera Bread, like, I don't even like Panera Bread, but I go there to get these cookies, okay, the seasonal ones, and I said, you know, do you have this? And he said no. So then he went and checked in the back, and they did, but I had to wait a while, so I think that that is why he gave me the free cookie. Like, I don't think it was...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do shift gears here for a second.
Okay.
So at the college I go to, they just recently had a Slut Walk where women were encouraged to get on their most provocative clothing and walk around campus to be like, we have the right to do this, men need to just like look away or, you know, get control of themselves, or I don't even know what exactly I didn't do the research, what exactly their point is being. I just saw a ton of ladies in lingerie. Please speak to this, because I don't understand this, honestly.
The whole purpose of the Slut Walk is, it's against rape, really, and it goes with the principle of that, like, no matter what you wear, you should be able to live in a society where you're not raped. But if you ask me, they're kind of making a costume party out of an extremely serious issue that, you know, can completely ruin someone's lives. And I know people who have been raped, and it just... psychologically, like, a little part of them, a lot of times it never gets over it, and it's horrifying, and they live with that pain of what they've been through. So in my opinion, they're kind of sensationalizing an issue that should really be presented in a serious manner. Yeah. And I understand that no matter what you wear, you should be able to go out into society and not be taken advantage of, but I don't see the point. I think they're going about it in extremely poor, it's not getting their point across. Yeah.
No, I definitely see where you're coming from. So here's also my thing. Now, women can be, and we've heard the stories, can be victimized and raped no matter what they're wearing.
Right.
No matter what they're wearing.
Absolutely.
But, you know, if you show up at a party and drink a lot and you are dressed more provocatively, or you're walking at 12 o'clock at night or 1 o'clock in the morning alone, and you're, you know, in a tube top and mini skirt, you know, wouldn't it, because I ride my bike to school, okay, so at night, I know that I should have the ability and the freedom to ride home in just whatever I'm wearing and not get hit by a car.
Yeah.
Like, it's the driver's responsibility not to hit me.
Exactly.
But I take the precaution.
But wouldn't you rather be safe?
I would rather be even safer and wear a light and put on a red shirt. And so, yes, it is not my fault, you know, that if I get hit by a car, you know, it was there not being able to see me.
You're still a victim of the situation, but isn't it better? And nobody's ever asking for it. You know, like,
no one's asking.
That's something you can ever go around saying. But wouldn't you rather be safe? Like, this is not something to play around with, and you never know where a predator is going to be.
Yeah. So, you know? It just flabbergasts me that, you know, we do this, we apply this principle that it's not your fault, but you take the precautions anyway.
Right.
In every other, you wear a seatbelt. You should have the freedom to not wear a seatbelt. Well, that's great, but you do it anyway. It's not your fault if you get. I don't think it's well, sometimes it's your fault, but in most, like, if in an accident it's not your fault, you know, and you end up dying, and again, it's the other car's fault. You didn't wear, because you didn't wear your seatbelt. People aren't going to say, well, you were asking for it.
No,
but
they're still going to,
they
like,
assign
side
something
with
to
you.
you.
You're still the victim of the circumstance, but could, you know, wouldn't you have rather been safe? Yeah,
rather safe than sorry. Why aren't we assigning this to sexuality when it comes to women?
Because it's too relative. Because you have people in Baptist churches who think that you should cover your knees. And then you might have people on a college campus that think that women should be able to go topless the same way men are able to go topless. So it's a very relative issue, and the line is not being drawn at any certain point.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Though, to clarify, I've never been in a Baptist church where you should cover your knees.
Okay, well.
But
Yeah, they exist.
They exist?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. So, your views on femininity and... do you consider yourself a feminist?
No.
Okay.
I mean, well, not today's definition of a feminist.
So what define feminism for us? In your
Feminism,
ideal definition, your ideal definition.
An ideal definition was, back in the day, how feminism originated, where women were just trying to get basic human equal rights, such as voting, things like that. The ability to have a career without being looked down upon and feeling like you weren't in your place. But third wave feminism kind of revolutionized that, and I feel like it is going the route of being just like a misandrist, just kind of crazy. Let's see how much we can get away with.
Okay.
Like, we still want people to hold the doors open for us, but we want everything that a man can have too.
Okay.
And
so speak a little bit onto the issue of women being shamed for having families.
I just think, like, if you're going to be a strong woman and you really are going to make your own decision, then one of those decisions would be, like, you could stay home with your kids. And as I was telling you earlier, my boss is an entrepreneur. She runs her own company, but she does run it from home. And she makes a good living, but she stays home with her kids every day of the week. And even just in that, even though she does work a job, all of her other friends her age that do have children that are in daycare and they're working careers, they look down upon her. They say, like, don't you want to be a career woman? Don't you want to have this? Like, we live in a society where you can have it all. And if you're not going out and being in the workplace, are you representing women correctly? But I think that women should have the ability to choose what they want to do. Because at the end of the day, women having basic human rights is all about us being able to have choices. And I'm glad that the world has opened up more, that we have those choices. But these new opportunities do not negate the old ones.
Very true. Now, do you think, is a woman not being like your boss and actually going out into the, kind of business world out of her home and not working from home and, working a full-time job and then also having a family and having it all, does this take a toll on children and family? And if so, what are kind of the repercussions of that?
I think every case is an individual, so I don't really think you can stereotype that situation as a whole, but I think, like, absolutely women should be going to work if it is a financial reason. But I always think that children are better off psychologically with at least one parent staying home, and I think children need individual attention, which they're not receiving in just basic daycare settings. So I think it is wise. I think children do need, like, a parent in the home,
Okay.
So, but I don't...
Not necessarily the mother.
No, I mean, I'm open to whichever, but I think that women are definitely, on the whole, better able to relate to children. Yeah,
I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and I love working with kids, and there's not a whole majority of guys maybe don't. And so in my situation, if I was to become married and my wife had a good job and she did not want to be in the home, then I personally would probably be really okay with saying, you know what, I'm going to be a strong man and do the home stuff and be with the kids, or have some kind of system where, like, she can work 3 days a week and I'll work 2 days a week or something like that, where we can kind of both be with the kids, both be really involved, but then also have, the fulfillment that a career brings.
But do you feel that women have more so a privilege of being able to do that and not necessarily being looked down upon? Like, do you feel that society would look down upon you for doing that?
Probably a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit. So I guess I can't fully speak to how that would look if, sitting here being a 20-year-old, whether I would be, how would I be perceived, and then how would I react to that? So, but who knows, in like 5 or 6 years when I'm actually married and have kids, or 10, who knows, I don't know where the culture will be at that point. So I have to ask, in these kind of closing questions, you seem horribly politically incorrect in your views. Do you hate women?
No.
You're about to hold up your sign.
I felt like a good sign time. I haven't used it the whole time. No, I don't hate women. I am a woman.
Yeah, I am a
woman. My soul is a woman.
My soul is a woman, Diane.
I feel it in my soul, Diane. No, I just think that things don't need to always be politically correct. I think that the truth isn't politically correct. A lot of times facts themselves seem biased. It's just the way of the world. So, and we can't make everything fair and everything even and everything equal. It's just not going to be that way sometimes. Yeah.
So speaking of equality, in last week's video, we talked about Bernie Sanders and equality, financial inequality. So how do you feel about Bernie Sanders?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Why? Do you think that everyone should be paid equal? I mean,
No,
not paid equal?
Not at all.
Equal opportunity, equal, what is all that, all his equal talk?
I think it's unfair maybe to be born into wealth, but that's the way of the world. Nothing in this world is fair. And
Yeah,
I
that's
do
true.
think if you're working hard and you got an education, then of course you should make more than somebody who's maybe not putting themselves out there in the work field. You know, a worker earns his wages. And I really think that trying to make this system of equality is just producing lazy children that are adults. Like, you should,
Did we hear that, folks?
the government should not
was
be coddling
profound.
your laziness.
Oh, Lordy. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Like, I don't know if you ever told this as a child, but like sometimes your parents, like you'd be like, oh my gosh, it's not fair, Mom. Like your parents would just tell you like the world's not fair. The government shouldn't be trying to make the world fair.
Yeah.
This is the way of the world. We don't live in a perfect system. And no matter how hard we try and how in debt we get, it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be even or equal. And true inequality is somebody who's working hard and making the same amount as somebody who's not working.
Wow. Well, that's great stuff. Ariel, thank you so much for being here. I wish you could have used that sign.
I didn't use my sign.
Like that. Do not bend my sign.
I'm sorry, I just like it. It's like, it's sassy.
Alrighty. Thank you everyone for watching this episode of Paradigm Shift. As always, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. We really legitimately like hearing what you have to say.
Paradigm shifted.
Oh, that's good. We'll have to keep that.
All right.
So awesome.
Audio.
No, that was good. You did good. You're doing good.
I'm
You're
doing good.
You're
I
a
told
natural.
you like.